Work at night. So if you've looked at the book, there is an entire chapter devoted to shift work. I think it's chapter 11, or I can't remember now. There are some great, but I see a lot of these things that talk about questions. Chapter 13 is on shift work. It talks about, this is designed primarily for this question. A lot of people have swing shifts or graveyard shifts. This basically, you just taking the same foods, but you're eating them at different times. So for someone who's in graveyard shift, I guess in a sense, your breakfast becomes somebody else's dinner, or vice versa, however you want to look at it. It's really about using the same foods, the same menus, and just sort of shifting them to apply to where, whatever your shift work may be. So chapter 13 talks about shift work, and there are just pages of different examples of people who may have different shifts and graveyard and rotate, because that is challenging for dieters in general, for everybody. So there are, it's a great chapter that talks about that. Chapter 12, we talk about on the road. There are a lot of people that travel, and I mean, over the years I've heard so many people that have given me the reasons why they can't control their weight and control their eating habits, because they travel all the time for work. There's a lot of people. There's a great chapter that talks about all of these barriers and obstacles and how to overcome them, how to get creative in terms of living out of hotels and out of your suitcase. So you got to work at it, and you have to be diligent and disciplined about doing these things. I always advise people who have been on this diet, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of people on it. I mean, if you get on the internet and you look at the people and the success these people are having, it's changing a lot of people, and it's for the good. But one of the things I tell people is that there are just tons of options, and everybody's different. This diet, people say, well, my husband lost 20 pounds and I only lost 10. We're all different, and that weight loss is going to change. What you need to realize that this diet is not specific for any one person. It's different for everybody, and as we all know, medicines and all kinds of different things affect our bodies differently. This is no different, but ultimately I can guarantee you the weight loss and the better health overall.